Good morning, HomeTek Garden Rooms here again, once again from Northwood. Just to keep up with the weather, I'm sure you're interested. Bit grey today, not as nice as yesterday, but anyway, let's see how we go today. But right, okay, so I never done a follow-up video yesterday because I had to shoot out to get materials and got quite a few materials here now, so that's taken up the rest of yesterday and didn't do a video anyway. But as you can see, I got the 19 by 38 battens in, screwed in both sides, so that will keep the insulation nicely in place. And I've picked up a whole load of insulation. This is just one pack. I've got a whole load more ready to go in. So this is Kingspan Cool Therm 90mm PIR insulation. Gone for 90mm because the floor structure and the wall structure, in fact, is 4x2. Obviously 4 inches is by 100, it's 100mm, but because it's nominal, because it's planed, it's basically, you've got 94mm there. So I have used 100 before in the past, but you run into problems with well, you can't, especially on the walls. I wouldn't use it on the floor, but on the walls you can't get the plasterboard right back to the stud, so you're better off with 90mm anyway. So this is 90mm, and this is going to be installed on floor, walls and roof, so it's going to really give it a tight envelope on the whole garden room. So it's going to be a lovely and warm, it is, with this. And just to point out, you know, what we build, this is 90mm of insulation in the walls. Check out the competitors, see what they're putting in, because they're not putting in this kind of quality of insulation. This insulation is going to make this room extremely warm. It's going to be warmer than probably the majority of houses inside, so it's just going to hold the heat. It's going to have a 2 kilowatt electric heater in here, and that's just going to make it extremely warm, and it's just going to hold the heat as well. So looking at competitors, I've looked at competitors and what they offer. They don't offer, their wall structure is a lot thinner than these, than what I'm building here. So this is going to be far superior than the likes of I believe I looked at Green Retreats, and their wall structure is no way near as thick as this, and the insulation is no way as good as this. So the U values on this insulation is much higher than your rock wool or your woolly fibre kind of wall insulation. This is a lot higher, so it's going to keep the heat much better than your rock walls or anything like that. So this 90mm is going to be adequate for this building, and yeah, it's going to make a lovely warm building. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, what I didn't show you here, I picked up a whole load of OSB, WBP, plywood, etc., all in under here. Covered it up last night just in case it rained, didn't want it to get wet. And I've cut this plastic DPM, and you'll see what I'm going to do. I've cut this the size of the office section. So what I'm going to do is, once this is all insulated and the floors are done, I'm going to cover it with the DPM, and that's going to remain down till the garden room is finished. So all the plastering, etc., is going to be done, painting, everything done, and eventually on the inside, before the floor goes down, the wooden floor, going to cut out the DPN, remove it and dispose of it, and you're going to have lovely clean fresh floors in underneath after all the plastering makes quite a bit of a mess, and painting as well, you get splatters around the place. So you know, you're going to have a lovely clean floor then to lay the floor down on. So, and also it protects as well during the construction. So that's what we do on those. But anyway, so I'm going to get cracking, going to start getting this insulation in. I'm going to cut it with a circular saw, my cordless Makita skill saw. And the good thing about it as well is because I use those spacer blocks for the joist spacing, every single piece should be exactly the same. So that's going to make it easier for me. So I'm going to go on the width wise. This is actually about 1380 or so, but I am going to go on the 1200 side, just cut straight down that way, slot it in, and then put a filler piece in as well. So that's the method I'm going to do, and it's probably the most efficient. And yeah, get this insulated, get the floor down, and moving on to the walls from tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have to pick up some 4x2s tomorrow and start getting the walls up and running. I'm getting the insulation, the cladding for the rear, the sides and the rear apparently has been delivered today, so hopefully that comes through and that will start being used from tomorrow onwards. So there you go. Anyway, that's the update for the moment. I'll be back later on today with a follow-on video. So anyway, I will catch you later. Stay safe. Okay, as you can see, so it's about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock now, something like that. As you can see, all the insulation's in now. Took a while to cut it and piece it in place, but all in, all well sealed, so that should make for a lovely warm floor once the building is occupied. Should keep it nice and toasty, so won't be much cold coming through that now. Bit of thermal bridging through the timber joists, but that's going to be minimal. So 19mm Kingspan installed there, so yeah, that should keep it lovely and toasty. So anyway, so on to sheathing it out now. It's going to be OSB 3 18mm onto the roof deck, onto the floor deck, and then inside here, because inside here is going to have a wood floor of some description inside the main office section. Here is going to, I'm going to put a WBP floor down just because it's not going to be covered. So the WBP is going to come out 400 out to here. So the shed section now is going to be 2.4 meters internal dimensions from inside wall to inside wall. 2.4 by 2 meters. That's less the actual thickness of the wall, so it's going to be like 1800 or something by 2.4. So quite a nice size shed as well. So that's that at the moment. We're just about halfway through the day, so going to start sheathing it out now. Once that's done, then this DPM here is going to go down to protect everything, and that will be left down right to the end till just before putting the wood floor down. So plastering, painting, everything's going to be done before the DPM's taken up, and eventually it'll be taken up and have nice clear floors there. Right, so that's that update now at the moment, and I'll update you a bit later on before I put down the DPM so you can see the floors down. Okay, so it's 5:45 now. I've run out of charge in my Makita battery, so even though I'd like to have got this finished today, didn't quite exactly get there, but anyway, tomorrow's another day. So yeah, this all been screwed down with 60mm screws straight down into the joists. It's nice actually to have a platform now to work from, so which would be good. So yeah, so we have a base more or less. Got to finish that section off there tomorrow, so that'll be finished, and going to start on some of the walls tomorrow. So we'll be standing the walls up soon, so which will be nice. So nice. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Everything's gone quite well. I think good progress today, really. Had to nip out and get screws there a minute ago. One thing I had 100mm screws, which are a bit too big for this. So everything takes time. Going and get materials takes time on these type of things, and planning ahead to make sure you've got the right stuff in. You know, I've run out of batteries on the Makita impact driver, so I think tomorrow we'll get the floor finished screwed down. It's a few screws, so I put over 100 screws in this so far. Got another box of 100 there that we should finish all the floors off. Then onto walls, so pick up the load of 4x2s tomorrow, I'm sure. And we'll see if we can get one of the walls standing and braced. And then hopefully by the weekend we'll have all the walls standing. That's the plan anyway, so I will catch you tomorrow. Have fun.